Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War chant will be rocking this place. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lewis. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Volunteers offense will start this game off. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Get every inch you can, but don't take the big hit. Great job by the quarterback. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Florida State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Lucas. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
I love the start for this quarterback in 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success...
He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Glenn. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown Seminole.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Lewis. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The Vols want to move quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking for a gap. It's Bishop. And they're able to get him on the ground. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Runs through a tackle. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They'll break the seal on this quarter here on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Otis left him grasping. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Volunteer!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Just feeds the running back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a...
Lofts one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. A 3rd and long coming up here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're bringing heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He locked up and held on to bring him down. And the Vols will hustle to the line. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Barrels ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run down in the second half if they're going to win this game. You wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. You can hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the 1st down at the 30. Back to the air one more time. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to throw. It's Glenn. Forced out of the pocket. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Continues to fight for yards. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown ball. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Pitt is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. They've got to be loving this in the Steel City. They're up 14 over Texas. For now, it's back to you fellows, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to burn this defensive back. Snags it on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. The short hands. It's McCoy. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the play.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. The give to the back. Makes a man miss. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
And the Volunteers will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No.
And it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen him do this, we've seen him do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew it was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Fast motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Glenn. Steps away to find some room. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on second and long from the 13? He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the defense doing work. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Knocked down for the tackle.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
From the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Got it past the marker. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend.
Really nice job by the defense. The offense has the whole playbook open to them on 3rd and short. They try to slip in the screen. Did not fool the defense at all. Nice stop by the defense.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Seminoles are flying down the field. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? The ball's going to come out quick.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
Shakes off the tackler.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
To the air, it's Glenn. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3 as they get set to snap it. Time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, no! Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And here's the return. And the returner will be knocked down. Final play of the quarter coming. Defense in press coverage. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. We'll get this quarter going with a 2nd down play. Handoff to the lone back. On the move at the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down. The Vols in the hurry-up.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week. And
this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
Looking to throw, it's Glenn. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
A handoff, keep working on that clock. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll heave it deep, and they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. The Volunteers decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He gets a block, and the returner will be brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Glenn. He rifles one deep down the right side. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Noles want to crank the tempo. Quarterback will audible. From the red zone, looking for a man. Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the...
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Takes the handoff. It's Sampson. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Line gets set, first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires left. Got his man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first inside the 37. He's going to pass. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got a man. It's Lucas. Touchdown, Florida State. What a catch and run for 6.
And listen, still
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
no doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Glenn. Zings it complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, no! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Great play by the defense there. You're winning by 2. You can't allow them to tie it. Someone's got to make a play, and they show up in a big moment.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On second down, looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's White. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Going up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Out of the gun, the inside give. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
It's good. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, it's hard. This is the hardest time because you got to have plays and you got to have scripts because you know they're sitting back with all the DBs on the field in a dime package playing pass. How can we get first downs? How can we complete passes and get out of bounds to try to save some of this clock as we move the ball down the field?
Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering.